Hi everyone, today we will discuss one of the simplest machine learning algorithms, which is k-nearest neighbor algorithm. This algorithm can be used both for classification and regression problems. It is an example of supervised machine learning paradigm, that is, we need labeled training data to work with it. The basic principle behind KNN is that it assumes that similar things exist close to each other. Now we will discuss its algorithm. This algorithm, we are given n training points and m testing points. Now these training points are labeled as discussed. The first step to this algorithm will be to initialize the value of k in the k nearest neighbor. Now how to do it we will discuss later. Now for each testing point, now we had m testing points, we'll do these three steps for all the m testing points. We pick one testing point from these m points and do these three steps. The first step is we find the distance of this testing point with all these training points. And once we have the distance of this testing point with all these training points, we'll sort these distances in the ascending order and then we'll try to pick up the top k points. That is, these k points will be the points which have the smallest distance with these testing point. Now, depending on the type of task that we have in hand, that is whether we are using this algorithm for the classification problem or for the regression problem, we'll move forward with 3A or 3B. If it is a classification problem, we'll do a majority vote of the labels among the top k points that we have picked. For example, we'll see what are the labels of those top k points and do a majority vote. And if it is a regression problem, we'll take a mean of the values of all those k points. Now, this is the complete algorithm of KNN. We will take up a small example and see how does it work. We have plotted this training data given to us in which we have class 1 and class 2 labels such that class 1 are labeled with a dot and class 2 are labeled with a star. So initially we have started with the value of k equals to 3. Ideally, we should have a large amount of data, but it is just for illustration. Now, let us assume that this is the new testing point that we want to see. We find the distance of this point to all the points available and then find the three closest points and take the majority vote. We see that this point will belong to class 2 because 2 out of the 3 of the closest points belongs to class 2 and 1 belongs to class 1. Therefore, we conclude that this testing point belongs to class 2. With the same example, we'll discuss how to choose the value of k. So, actually, there is no way to determine best value of k. So, we will find a good enough value of k. One way is to try a few values of k and then settle for the one with the good performance. But we will discuss some extreme cases that one should avoid. In literature, it is mentioned that low value of k can be noisy and are prone to misclassification because of outliers. Now we will see this with a small example. For example, this is the point that we have to classify and we take k equals to 1. What will happen? This will say that this point is close to this point and hence this will be classified as class 2. But if we are looking at this picture, we should have classified this as class 1 and not class 2. This is because of the outliers present in the data. Now, we should look at the other extreme. What is the problem with large value of k? For example, there is this data point and we take k equals to 20. Even though these 7 points are close enough to this, but we still need 13 more points. Now these 13 points will come from this cluster. As a result, the majority points will be from this cluster, giving it the label 1, which is not desired. So this is how we say that these are the two extremes which we should totally avoid. Neither take a very small value of k and not take a very large value of k. Finally, as we are using majority rule, we should prefer an odd number for k. That is it for the video. If you have any doubts, leave them in the comment section below. Thank you.